It's the fifth round of the 2025 ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. It is great to be back in Miami. We first came here in season one. Let's guide you through who is lining up when. Edo Mortara, that's his fourth top 10 start in 5 races. And Pascal Wehrlein alongside him on that row of the grid has been out-qualified for by Antonio Felix da Costa for a second successive race. David Beckman, his first ever dual appearance for the Cupra Kiro team, and a first ever dual appearance also for Lola Yamaha with Lucas de Grassi. They'll be aiming for some points. Stoffel van Dorn, his best start of the season. He's the only driver to score points in every race. De Vries also equals Mahindra's best ever start in season 11. Robin Freight, an equal best start for Envision of season 11 as well, making it 2 Dutchmen inside the top 5. Da Costa heads the second row of the grid. He'll be aiming for a record equaling victory this afternoon. Jake Dennis, his first front row start since Berlin 24. He's won 5 races from the front row, and Norman Nato takes his first ever Formula E pole. The 5 red lights come on. It's time for magic in Miami as lights go out and we go racing. Great start from Jake Dennis. Not bad from Norman Nato. Keep an eye out as well for Da Costa on the inside as well as De Vries looking to try and squeeze Robin Freight down to the first corner, but Nato it is that leads. Are they all going to be facing in the right direction as they come through the first corner? Looks like it was a pretty good start for everybody, at least in the front half of the field. The upshot is though, it's Nato that still retains the lead. On the inside there is Da Costa against Jake Dennis coming through into turn 4. Dennis has got the inside line. Da Costa holds the line around the outside and gets himself up through in the Tag Heuer Porsche into second.
Antonio Felix da Costa, he seems to be the one who's most under control in this race. He's hitting all of his minimum speeds. He's not in the Constantino effect. I think the guys actually in 7th, 8th, 9th, we see them getting compromised, especially when we get to the chicane. They keep fighting each other, and that's only going to be to their detriment as the race continues.
We see John-Eric Vergne having another moment in the chicane and making contact with one of the Andretti's there.
Yeah, that was Nico Müller that he just had a bit of a side swipe there with. So he got too deep on the brakes, nearly plummeted into the back of Mitch Evans, and then compromised Nico Müller and also, to an extent, Oliver Rowland. Wehrlein looking on the inside, nearly 3 abreast down into turn 8. Müller still side by side here with Norman Nato. We're right on board with Pascal Wehrlein, who's going to try and pick the pocket of 1, maybe 2 drivers through 9 into turns 10 and 11. Wehrlein's up through and into 3rd place.
You might see Da Costa now, I think if he had to do that, he had to push for it because he can now follow Pascal.
Yeah, and he's come out ahead crucially there of Mortara, so that's worked out really nicely for Da Costa. Good team tactics from Tag Heuer Porsche. Pace is now beginning to pick up, isn't it? We were 129.8 last time around with that rolling start, but look at the gap.
Big crash in the background of the chicane.
Yeah, down at the chicane, we've got Jake Hughes in some problems there as well with Max Günther, and that could be a safety car, and it is. 3 cars involved, as a matter of fact, because Mitch Evans is also involved in the mire. Let's have a look what happened then here. So it's further back in the pack. You can see Jake Hughes. So he had contact there with Günther. Evans with nowhere to go. 3 into 1, definitely doesn't mix. Look, we've got a red flag actually. There could be a benefit for some. 5 red lights are about to come on then here in Miami. The restarted race with Da Costa on pole position is go. As they head down towards the first corner, good start from Wehrlein on the outside. Keep an eye out for De Vries as well as he tries to move over on the inside and splits the 2 Tag Heuer Porsche. So Da Costa it is that lead, side by side there with de Grassi versus Norman Nato in towards turn 2. De Grassi's on the inside, Nato's trying to firm it around the outside. Snap of oversteer there for him, and Bird as well keeping a watching brief, but he's got 6 minutes of attack mode remaining as he just kisses the back of de Grassi into attack mode. Go the remaining drivers, they've got absolutely no choice, and look at how messy it gets into there as well. De Vries almost coming to a complete stop down at turn 4.
I think Pascal is going to get this. I think he's going to have such an advantage with the 4-wheel drive. He's going to drive past Antonio. I'm going to feel very sorry for Antonio if he loses the win to Pascal for this.
Out of turn 4 into the straight we go. It's very close indeed between the 2 Tag Heuer Porsches. They go side by side. Da Costa on the inside, Wehrlein on the outside into the braking zone of turn 6. Wehrlein with attack mode and with 4-wheel drive traction underneath him goes through and into the lead. Is he now going to drive away from Antonio Felix da Costa? Is Da Costa's 2nd place under threat? Because here comes Robin Freight looking for the outside line into turn 8, and this is going to be easy pickings then for Robin Freight, who goes through and up into 2nd position. but he's got, of course, 5 minutes of attack mode remaining. That's the converse of it. He's going to have to lift off and wait for the end of this race.
It seems like these guys have come to the conclusion they're just going to go for it and use the attack mode. If they cross the line with attack mode left, they'll take the sporting penalty, because the rate they're going, I can't see how they're going to make the finish line and have used all their attack mode.
Look at this, 4 abreast down into turn 8. The McLaren there on the inside.
You will need to fight him out. You will need to fight him up. Try to pull away if you can.
There we go, Di Grassi past Da Costa. That's a big move for the Lola Yamaha ABT team.
Don't do anything silly. They will get penalty. They have too much attack mode remaining.
And his race engineer Fabrice Roussel there just saying exactly what we've been echoing in the commentary box then. So out of the final corner we go, and across the line it's going to be Pascal Wehrlein who surely will take victory. Who's going to get it first on the road? Nato takes first on the road, Wehrlein in second, Freitz in third, Rowland in fourth and Bird in fifth position. Di Grassi comes over the line in sixth, with Da Costa down there in seventh place, who really did not pay benefits for him then. Unsurprisingly, there's going to be a plethora of investigations, because we had 5 drivers still actively in attack mode at the end of that race. Let's get confirmation of the results, though, at the end of round 5 for the Miami E-Prix. Pascal Wehrlein it is who takes his first win of season 11 ahead of Lucas Di Grassi taking his first podium in over 35 races. Da Costa making a double Tag Heuer Porsche podium ahead of Nico Müller in the Andretti for that team's home race. Eder Mortara in 5th in the Mahindra ahead of Nato, Ticktum, Freit, Dennis, and then Zane Maloney on the fringes of the top 10. 2 penalties there for Nato and for Freitz for attack mode misusage.
Super chaotic race. I don't know what to say, because at one point I thought the race was done when David and me touched in the chicane. Yeah, progress to the front. Obviously in the end a bit lucky with the safety car, to be honest, but the cars behind still had an attack mode to do, some of them 6 minutes, and my team kept me informed who is in 6 minutes, and I still wanted to finish the race in P1 over the line. I tried, but yeah, the grip in 350 and the 4-wheel drive is just so much more. But yeah, I knew that there was a penalty coming for Nato, and yeah, it is what it is.
Oliver Rowland is now leading the Drivers' Championship ahead of Antonio Felix da Costa, 15 points separating those 2 drivers. So Wehrlein in 3rd place now, courtesy of his victory, now tied on with Taylor Barnard in 4th position. Dennis and Mortara also moving up the order in the lower parts of the top 10 there as well. The first race in Miami for Formula E in a decade, and it is won by Pascal Wehrlein and the Tag Heuer Porsche team.
Celebrate with Tattinger!
What a wonderful day's worth of racing. What a chaotic conclusion to it as well